Hello, my name is Daniel Gonzalez. We are going to talk about the football and their cultural aspects in society, also a little bit of history. So, our group is conformed by Jorge Castilla, Benjamin Cortés, and me.
I will talk about the history of football and the football in America and Europe. The football began in 1873 in England, and the Europeans, when they migrate to America, they bring the football with them. In the history of football, a lot of players are Americans, like Pelé, Maradona, and Messi. The most important tournament is the World Cup. The Europeans have won this competition 11 times, and the Americans 9 times. 5 times Brazil, 2 times Argentina and Uruguay. The football is not only a sport, it's a film. In Christmas of 1914, British and Germans let aside their difference and played a game of football in the middle of the World War I. Nowadays, the football represents a lot of nationalism. In Europe nowadays, the Spanish, French, and these people fight each other for their countries. I think that this is a bad way of demonstrate their love for the club or the country, because football only, in my opinion, the football is to unite people, to spread the love for a sport and do something good for the community. So, if in the past 2 countries stop a war for the football, why now we want to start one for this?
Okay, we can begin by the fact that football or soccer that is known in other part of the world, it's the most popular sport nowadays. We can say too that football is played by almost 250 million football players, and we can also say that the most important leagues in the world are 3. The Spanish, that is Liga Santander; the Italian, that is Serie A; and the third one is the English Premier League, that is here. And also in USA, football is recovering real importance, because it have a lot of fans and develop a lot of feelings. But dudes, sadly, football is becoming bad things, or a bad thing too. But why? Because some people or some fans that think that football is kill the enemy or kill the man from the other team, but that's not football. We can see nowadays that people is killing each other because a t-shirt of a club, because one thinks is better than the other, and this is truly bad.
Finally, football has had a great social impact around the world in the recent years. It is a sport that moves more patience among the people, and it is also important to recognize that it has great responsibility in society, since it can be used as a catalyst for anguish, but can also help to generate feelings of pride for our nation or our cities. Specifically speaking of Colombia, football has moved large amounts of money and advertising. It had also even generated certain rivalries, but also great friendships. That depends only on the culture and the respect that exists among fans. Because the truth is that players only dedicate to play, to leave their share in the field and all their passion for their team. The ideological problems only exist in the head of the public. Because the football is that, it's just a nice sport that everyone should enjoy. It can even be beneficial for us as people to practice this sport. It stimulates the character and motivation of the person, and it also helps to generate a feeling of group work and to keep the competitive spirit with our work partners. Also, in a physical level, it is a very helpful way to lose calories and tone the muscle of the abs and the muscle of the legs. Recent studies has also demonstrated that it gives us greater cardiovascular benefits than jogging on a daily basis. The practice of these sports gives an advantage for the people to keep or maintain a regular control in their weight. It also helps to eliminate the accumulation of fat in their backs and also their buttocks. To conclude, football is everywhere. It is easy to be part of it. Nowadays, it takes part in different cultures. And in Colombia, there is a passion and love for this sport that few countries have.